Hi, Filter here. Okay. This is probably going to be, I wouldn't say my last video talking about The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens, this new trilogy, how they're planning on doing it. But I gotta say this. See, last night I'm mucking about on YouTube and I see a website of Ice and Fire, and they do a very, very good um, summary on Dune. And it's no small um, secret that Star Wars is basically Dune for kids. That's already established. The whole idea of the Force, the voice, and the whole nine. And at the end of the day, I began thinking more and more about this, and I realized that the character of Alia is what Ray is. Seriously, think about that. Both are pre-born with this innate ability already, where, think about it, Alia already knows how to do a ton of stuff because she's pre-born. She has all the mental abilities of a Bene Gesserit Reverend Mother and shit. And the same thing with Ray. Ray is pretty much adept at the Force, flying ships, and all types of other stuff. And I can see where originally J.J. Abrams was probably going with that concept of making Ray somehow or another that attuned to the Force, where the Force is basically, she's the living embodiment of the Force, which I think was probably going to be explained in The Last Jedi, but thanks to Rian Johnson and his art house project mindset, he pretty much screwed it all up. Now, I really, I really honestly hope, again, that they could salvage these films. It's somehow doubtful. I mean, you're going to have to fire Kathleen Kennedy and just get a bunch of guys to redo everything because I still say go with the dream thing. But like I said, the whole Ray Alia kind of comparisons, they're there. And it's funny. I remember seeing Star Wars way back when, but I had never read Dune. Then by the time I got into high school, I read Dune, and then the movie came out, and let's face it, the original movie, cult classic, David Lynch or Alan Smith, if you look at the credits. Uh, I mean, that movie is still good. A little long, but then again, it should have been made into different parts. An interview with Virginia Madsen basically thought that they were under the impression that this was going to be a three-picture deal, but the critics, and this kind of tells you a lot about the critics. The critics don't know anything. The fans know everything, mostly everything, and they could have kept this movie going. There were some things that they kind of left out, or they winged it with in the original David Lynch flick or Alan Smithy. It's those little things, but we did get to see a decent version of it when Sci-Fi Channel decided to do the miniseries of Dune, which I thought was brilliantly done, along with Children of Dune. And I believe it features in Children of Dune, the future Professor X, isn't there? Isn't it interesting? In the original one, you have Patrick Stewart who played Professor X, and then in this Children of Dune, you have the one young guy who plays Professor X. Coincidence? Anywho, worth watching. Both miniseries are worth watching. But I just thought I'd toss out the Aaliyah Ray sort of comparison. If you guys have an opinion, please leave it below. Check the notification bell. And until then, I'm Filter, and I'm out.